All right. Hey guys, I want to preface this slider set video. As you can see, guys, it's 37 minutes. This sucker is long. But guys, trust me, you're going to enjoy every piece of this slider set. I explain a lot of stuff, guys, on what my thought was and why I put certain numbers. You're going to hear me say it later in the video when I'm going over the sliders. But guys, it's very important you watch the whole video, because you guys are going to hit me up in the comment section. You're going to go in and just grab the numbers. You're not going to let me explain the numbers. You're going to come right back to me in the comment section and ask me the same questions I'm explaining in the video right now. So guys, watch the video. I know it's long, but it's just wash dishes while you're watching it. I don't know. Just watch the video, guys. Try to watch the whole thing, because you guys are going to come right back and ask me the same questions I explained in the sliders. I hope you guys enjoy the slider set, guys, but watch the whole thing. I just want to preface it. I know it's long, but when we do user and CPU, there's different explanations for sliders, okay? Which they're going to make sense, because if the sliders don't make sense, you're going to change them. And then you're going to say the sliders don't work, okay? So just take the time, guys, if you can, whenever you get the time, watch the whole video, because I explain them in detail now. The sliders are explained in detail, so you understand the reasoning for it. I'm not the kind of guy that says do this. Like when I tell my kids to do something, I explain why. I let them ask me why, and then I explain it, then it makes sense, and they go, oh, okay. So guys, listen to the whole video. I got explanations with the video. I'm not the kind of guy to just throw sliders out there and you don't know nothing about the sliders, right? So I educate you about my thoughts on the sliders, okay? Enjoy the video, guys. Enjoy the video. What's good, Team Hollywood? Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Hollywood Sports. Hey guys, it is time to give you my slider set, guys. And I want you to know my intention for these slider sets is to bring you simulation. It's to create simulation. It's to create what you see when you're watching the NBA basketball game. You know, 2K does a great job with the sound, but I want to also bring you immersion. Good gameplay is about immersion, guys. And when you have immersion into a game, I think that's when you really enjoy a game. It makes the game where you don't get bored of it. And the way I design these sliders, guys, and I'll explain that in a minute, but let's just get into it, guys. Let's get into it. Let's get into some NBA basketball. Boom. Now, first thing I want to talk about is the settings. Now, you guys can do the settings anywhere you want, but one thing I want to stress to you: don't change the speed. Don't change the game speed, okay? This is the default speed of 2K, and I've kind of gambled with the speed a little bit, but leave it at default, and I adjust the sliders around the game speed. It's perfect, okay? So you can, you can go up here. You can see the game difficulty is custom, okay? So, but it'll be custom when you change anything that's default. It'll say custom, okay? You put your links. Leave fatigue on, guys. That's another important thing. Leave fatigue on. Leave injuries on. All this is based around the sliders. Leave the speed the way it is. Leave the free throw difficulty the way it is. But fouling out, shot meter on and off, shot feedback, all those things you can do whatever you want. CPU, free throw, camera shake, all that stuff you can do whatever you want. Team color, watch the 2K TV while it's loading. All these kind of things, action replays, all these things you can do whatever you want, right? That's what the options are. You want your pick and roll on, overlay, or overlay off, whatever it is, guys. If you want English, right? Anyway, I'm just playing around, guys. But the one things you don't want to touch, I'm glad I remember to bring this up. Whatever minutes you want, you can put whatever minutes you want. My league, when I do my league, mine's are probably going to be 7 minutes long. Fatigue, injuries, don't touch. Game speed. Now, free throw difficulty, you can change. But they are connected to the sliders, but I left free throw difficulty default, which is 50 when I go into the slider. So, but again, the main things, you can do your minutes, but don't change fatigue, injuries, and game speed, okay? Everything else, shot meter on and off, is up to you. All right. Now, Boom. Let's get into the sliders. All right. As you can guys see, the PlayStation, it tells you when you can record and when you can't record anyway. But yeah, now we're gonna do CPU first. All right. CPU inside shot 53. Close shot success 53. Mid range 653. 3-point success 50. Now I know I'm probably going fast, guys, but it's a video. You can go back and put all your numbers in. But right now, just listen to me. Don't worry about putting your numbers in as I go through it, because I'm gonna explain some certain things, and then you guys are gonna send me questions on the comments. How come this? How come that? So I'm gonna explain everything now. Then go back and replay the video and put in your numbers into your do your sliders. Layup success 53. Dunk in traffic 50. Now the reason why I got CPU at 53 on those numbers, guys, because sometimes they miss easy shots, okay? And I mean, you're still gonna miss easy shots, but I'm saying where they get ridiculous, you get frustrated, so man, I should be missing that many, you know. Again, that's where you can turn on your shot meter or turn off your shot meter. I turn off the shot meter, guys, because I don't want to focus on the shot meter. I want to focus on the gameplay, the player's release and stuff like that. If you're sitting there watching the meter, oh, I got all green, oh, I got all green, you're missing the immersion. You're missing the game because you're focused on a shot meter. Well, it's up to you guys, but I just don't want to see the shot meter. Okay, dunk in traffic 50. And the reason why I got dunk in traffic, all these kind of numbers in 50, guys, because you want the player ratings to play out, right? Dunk in traffic. Every player has a rating in dunk in traffic. Dunk frequency. All those things are in the player ratings, guys. Pass accuracy. It's a player rating. Okay. Dunk alley-oop success. Player rating. So leave them at default. You want the player ratings to come into play. All right, it's just my opinion. If you want to change them, change them. But at least try my set first, okay? At least play 4 or 5 games. And I'm going to tell you the reason why you need to play 4 or 5 games when I get down to the bottom. All right? Contact shot success 50. Ball security 50. Okay? Body up sensitivity 10. Now, the reason why I put it on 10, because sometimes in this game there's invisible walls where it won't let you go around, guys. They set picks. It kind of holds you back a little bit. You want this game free flowing, okay? And sometimes the CPU will kind of freeze you up a little bit. So I put it at 10, guys. You're gonna have your free flowing. Not that you still gonna have a tough time getting around this CPU. Trust me, they're gonna play some good D on you. But the body sensitivity kind of gets rid of some of the invisible walls around the game. You want the game to free flow, okay? So leave it at 10. Body up sensitivity, put it at 10. Pass speed, leave it at 50. All right. Now let's go to the defense. Driving contact shot frequency 50. Inside contact shot frequency 50. Layup defense 50. Layup defense release 50. Okay. I left all these default, guys, because you'll see in a minute. Jump shots, defense, strength, release, 50. Because the CPU is not going to have any problems D'ing you up. So I love them at default, okay? Help defense strength. The defense has no problem with that. Leave it at default, 50. Steal success, 50. If you raise that up too high, leave it at 50, guys. Because if the CPU going to be spamming steals off of you in a minute. Okay, we don't want to make it unrealistic with it. You know, the CPU is overpowered. We want even balanced gameplay. Attributes, acceleration 50. Leave all these defaults, guys. Attributes, leave them default. Okay, now hustle, I put the 62 because when balls go out of bounds, you want guys diving for the ball out of bounds. I used to put it at 100, but sometimes you get the uncontrollable kind of animations. So 62 to me is perfect. The game plays well. It might be able to even be better, but I don't want to go higher than 62 because sometimes you get those quick jerky animations. You want the game to free flow, guys. And so when they hustle, when they dive out of bounds and make the extra effort, 62 seems to work pretty good in the hustle. That's why I raise hustle up. Okay, ball handling 58. The CPU, you want them handling the ball. You want them moving. You want them working together. You want the CPU having chemistry. So I bumped that up to 58. Your ball handling, man, it's gonna be beautiful. You want the CPU looking real, right? Looking human, right? That's part of the immersion, guys. You're playing realistic basketball. You want that CPU acting like a human, like you're playing a human, right? Which is going to feel like you're playing head-to-head against somebody, all right? So ball handling at 58. I tried it higher, but sometimes you still get those uncontrollable animations a little bit there. So 50, yeah, that'll be fine. 62, guys. Ball handling, again, 58. I'm sorry, I'm all over the place. Hands, leave it the same, because you know each player has their own rating as far as hands, how good their hands are, as far as with steals, quickness, and all that. Dunking ability, they got the rating already, leave it at default. On ball defense, they have their own rating. Stealing, they have their own rating. Okay, again, we're in defense. Blocking, offensive awareness. Now I want the CPU to have good awareness, guys. I want them to have good awareness on offense and defense. This is the key to give you a challenge right here. The CPU will be smarter in their awareness on where you're at on the floor, where they're at on the floor. Do they do pick and rolls? Do they do backdoor cuts? All that stuff, they're going to be a lot more intelligent, and that's what I like about it. The offensive and defensive awareness, put it on 100, okay? This is where the challenging part comes at, where you got to play the computer smart. Offensive rebounds, I put it down to 47 because I felt sometimes the CPU kind of cheesed you a little bit and got too many offensive rebounds. At 47, it's a little more balanced. They still grab some good offensive boards on your butt. If y'all not in, if your guys are not in position to grab the rebound, the CPU will out rebound you. But they were kind of, it was a little OP, kind of a little cheesy, so I bumped it down to 47. Defensive rebounds, I left it at default 50. Offensive consistency, I left at 50, because you don't want every team you play where their offense is running smoothly 100% of the time, right? So offensive consistency, how consistent they run their offense, you want to leave it at 50. All right. Defensive consistency, same thing, 50. Fatigue rate, 50, because every player has their own fatigue rating. Lateral quickness, every player has their own rating. So you don't want to affect the player's rating, so I leave it at default. Now tendencies, but before I show you guys the tendencies, man, this is the part that people get really confused on, and they don't trust it. But trust me, guys, you guys saw my gameplay. You saw my gameplay. Now let me show you something. Look at this. I'm gonna show you the first one. Take inside shot, 0. 0. And people say, well, if you put it on 0, they're not going to take any shots. Inside shots, guys, trust me. The coaching sliders for each team has a coaching slider on how they play zone, how they play man-to-man. They have different percentages, how many 3 points they shoot during the game. Every team's different. So I took the tendencies and put them at 0 because you don't want every team playing exactly with the same tendencies. Every team in the NBA has different tendencies. Some teams play more zone. Some teams play more man-to-man. Some teams do more pick and rolls, right? So you don't want every team having the same exact tendencies. The coaching sliders will do that for you, okay? Because every team, if you go into the coaching sliders, I won't do it right now because sometimes if you don't, I should have did it first actually. But when you go into your coaching sliders, you have to go into the, after you're playing a game and go into the settings. When you pause the game, go into the coaching sliders, then you will see how much your team plays zone, how much your team plays man-to-man, right? How much substitution, what percentage of substitution your teams do, right? Stuff like that. Those sliders are going to control the different teams, and so you don't get used to every team. You can say, well, I know the CPU, they always do this. I know the CPU always does that. And then you get used to a pattern, and you know how to beat the CPU. If you put these tendencies on 0, every team will play you differently, okay? Some teams gonna play better defense. You don't want everybody with the same tendencies. Trust me, guys. This is the thing people change when they get my sliders or they question my sliders when they see 0 on the tendencies. Just do it, okay? Just do it. All right. Take inside shot, 0. Mid-range shot, 0. Take 3-point shots. Now, 3-point shots, leave it at default, okay? That's one thing. Leave it at default. Now, at this point, if you put the 3-point shots on 0, they won't shoot any threes, okay? Put it at 50 because every team, like, let's see, Golden State, for instance, they shoot a lot of threes, right? The Golden State Warriors shoot a lot of threes. Okay, again, that's in their coaching sliders. So leave it at default. Every team will shoot like they realistically shoot. Okay, so leave it at default. Take 3-point shots. Okay, post shots, 0. Attack the basket, 0, because every team has different percentages on how they attack the basket. Some teams like to start from the outside. Some teams like to penetrate in the basket first. Every team is different. They will play you differently, so you have to put it on 0. Just trust me. Trust me, guys. Y'all didn't see the CPU players when I was showing you examples in Play Now, right? They were balling, wasn't they? Okay, trust me. Look for post players. Again, coaching sliders. Leave it at 0. Throw alley-oops. Now, I got that at 100 because you want the game exciting. Now, when I went at the top, when I had the sliders at the top, I won't go back to the top, but you saw I left it at default for each player because you don't want everybody can't do alley-oops. Okay, it depends on their rating. You know, everybody can't be a Michael Jordan or LeBron James, right? That can catch alley-oops. So, but leave it at 100 because it's going to make the game more exciting. So when we looked at the offensive awareness slider that we talked about just a minute ago, offensive awareness, if they see an opportunity to throw an alley-oop, they're going to do it. So that's why I got it on 100, guys. If they're in position to throw an alley-oop, the CPU is going to throw an alley-oop. And it's not where you see 50, you don't see 10, 20 alley-oops a game. You see it where it balances out when it makes sense, okay? The alley-oops make sense, but I got it at 100 so the CPU is more aware when they have the opportunity to throw alley-oop on your butt, okay? All right. Attempt dunk, same thing. When the CPU sees an opportunity to dunk, they dunk. You know, like Shaq. When Shaquille O'Neal, if everybody know him by Shaq, but when Shaquille O'Neal, Shaq Diesel, the guy that does the TNT broadcast, with Ernie and Kenny, guys, Shaq always dunked when he was near the basket. You never see Shaq doing no daggone layup. He dunked. Okay, so when the CPU sees dunk opportunities, they're gonna dunk, guys. Or when they go on fast breaks, they're gonna dunk. Okay, there are some guys that don't have the rating to dunk. They're gonna do their layups, but most of these guys, man, they can dunk, right? It's at 100. Attempt putbacks. Okay, the CPU will attempt putbacks. So I got that at 100. Okay, it makes the game exciting. You want these guys to play like you playing a human, right, head to head. That's why it's at 100, guys. This is another challenging part of the CPU that's gonna kick your butt if you ain't got your crap together. All right, this is NBA basketball, baby. All right. Play passing lanes. Again, that's a player rating, right? Player ratings. Everybody can't play passing lanes exactly the same. You don't want every team exactly the same. So that's why I don't want it on 50 default, because every team would have the same exact percentage of playing passing lanes. And then you know how to read the CPU and you know how to beat the CPU. That's what's wrong with Madden right now. Madden, every team plays you exactly the same way. The only difference in Madden when you play different teams, that players have different ratings. They might have a better running back or a better quarterback, right? Better offensive lineman. But overall, every team plays you exactly the same way in Madden. So you know how to beat the AI. It might be tougher to beat the AI because of the ratings. Maybe they got higher ratings to you. But overall, guys, every team, Pittsburgh, Washington, New York Jets, all of them play exactly the same way. Okay, but in 2K, if you let these tendencies stay on 0, guys, I know I'm taking too long, but I'm trying to make a point here. If you leave these tendencies like I got them, guys, you're gonna have a great time with this game. Okay, I think this is the key right here. These tendencies. You don't want every team playing exactly the same. I don't know how much I can stress that. Go for on-ball steals. Okay, players got their own ratings. Okay, you know, so when you do have a player that's good at on-ball steals, they're gonna do it. But if you put it at 50, everybody on every team you play will have good on-ball skills at 50, right? Okay, contest shots, right? 0. Backdoor cuts, 0. They're gonna be doing their own backdoor cuts. You know, actually, I take that back. put that at, I meant to change that. Put that at default. Because the backdoor cuts are beautiful, guys. You think you playing D, and then see, that's why the offensive awareness of the CPU is at 100. When they see an opportunity for a backdoor cut, you think you playing D, they do a backdoor cut, throw an alley-oop or a bounce pass in your butt. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. This is the part of making the game exciting. Backdoor cuts makes you have to play better defense. You have to know when they're going to do the backdoor cuts. Some team do them more, some team don't do them at all. But guess what? You're going to have to, your little plays that you run, they ain't going to work on every team. You might say, oh, I like this play right here, man. I learned this play from Desar. You know, shout out to Desar, man. That guy's educating us on 2K. Love it, love it, love it. And he's educating you about basketball, not about video games, okay? Which their game is has a lot of simulation in it to real basketball, okay? But yeah, man, this is cool. This is cool, all right? So 50, all right? Fouls. Leave these default. Reaching fouls, the CPU, so the CPU is a little bit cheesy as far as reaching, and they get a lot of steals. So to prevent that from them reaching, so it makes them have you put your guys on the line. Your guys won't go to the foul line as much, and the CPU will get some good steals on you, and they won't hardly get any fouls. Now, when you steal, you're gonna get more fouls called against you when you try to steal against the CPU on a reaching. So theirs is at 52. Okay. If you're noticing 2K, it's really hard for guys. You ever see guys foul out of the game? So this is a number I don't think I have perfect yet, but I got it at 52, where the fouls are getting called against the CPU when they try to reach. If you leave it at default, they'll steal a lot from you and won't never get fouls called against them. So that's a little cheese there. I was thinking about doing it at 55, but 52 seems okay right now. You maybe want to try 53 maybe if you want more fouls from the CPU. But anything over 53, guys, I think you'll have too many fouls. You see what I'm saying? We're trying to get balanced gameplay. Same thing with shooting fouls. When they try to block your shot, CPU will block a lot of your shots, guys. And sometimes you see me on my videos. How can that not be a foul? He killed me right there, right? So 52. So try 52. If you want to go higher, maybe 53, but no higher than that, okay, guys? Otherwise, it's gonna be too many fouls in the game. Loose ball foul frequency default 50. I'm trying to explain this thing to you guys. Leave the movement sliders the same. Don't touch the movement sliders. Now, I'm going to do another video about if you want to play a Hawk, because this is All-Star. These sliders are based on All-Star, because the czar, the president of Sim Nation, said All-Star, you're going to get the most balanced gameplay. So when guys want to play Hall of Fame and Superstar and all those kind of levels, I'm going to show them how to change these movement sliders so the CPU don't cheat you. When you play Hall of Fame, the CPU cheats you. They put your guys in mud. They slow your guys down. When you're on fast breaks, all that kind of stuff. And I'm gonna show people how to take 90% of the cheats out of Hall of Fame using these movement sliders. But these movement sliders, don't touch them. All right, guys. And I know this video is gonna be kind of long, guys, but I'm trying to. Hey, I'm trying to. I don't want to give shortcuts and just throw their sliders online and say, okay, here's my gamer tag. Y'all go check them out. I'm trying to explain the sliders to you. A lot of people play sliders and they don't know the reason for the slider change. And then they go, I don't understand. Why would he put the slider number on this? Why did he put it on that? And you never know why. And then you go change your own numbers and everybody's trying his slider set, his slider set, his slider set, and nobody explains their slider set. So that's why I'm trying to go over the details with you guys. Now, let's go to user, baby. We did the CPU. Now let's go to user. Okay. Inside shot success 55. Again, if you want to put your shot meter up, put it up. It doesn't matter. But the shot success 55. Again, 55, 55. 3-point success 51. Because the CPU be hitting threes and it's really hard. Well, it's really hard. I think it's hard for you to use it to hit threes, especially when a player is good at hitting threes, like a Stephen Curry, right? We know he's a good 3-point shooter, right? So I put it on 51 because there's a little bit of cheese in there, I think, when you're playing the CPU. So I put it at 51. Layup success, 55. Dunking traffic, leave it at 50. Players got their own ratings. Dunking traffic success, leave it at default. Pass accuracy, I put it at 100. Because you guys know in NBA 2K, you can try to pass to one guy and it goes to a different guy. And then people say, well, you need to do icon passing. Who wants to do all that icon passing stuff? You want the game to flow. Now, if you want to do icon passing, go ahead. And I'm not saying nothing's wrong with it, but I don't like it. I want the game to flow. If I push in the direction over here in the corner, I want the ball to go in the corner when I hit the pass button, right? The same, like pass speed. That's why I say the pass speed and all those, don't touch those sliders, okay? Alley-oop success, 50. 50. Contact shot success, 50. Ball security, 50. Ball body up sensitivity, 50. That's going to help you on defense. Pass speed, again, 50. Leave it alone. Defense. Raise your numbers to 52. Okay, driving contact, inside contact, layup defense. Okay, again, guys, hopefully you're listening to me. You're not putting your sliders in yet. Or maybe you can do both, but I know a lot of people always hit me up the comment section. Well, how come this? How come that? And I explained it in the video. And I know people want quick videos and they just want to put the sliders in and say, forget Hollywood. I just want his numbers. But then you don't understand the numbers, and then you're coming back in the comment section. Well, Hollywood, this and this, and I said it in the video, and I go, well, they didn't watch the whole video. They just want to put the numbers in and say screw Hollywood. I'm not saying you guys say screw Hollywood, but you want to just put your numbers in and play. That's what you want to do. You don't want to hear me ramble, but sometimes I gotta explain something that you're gonna ask me later. Okay. Layup defense, 52. Jump shot defense, because nobody explained their numbers like this. Jump shot defense strength, 52. Jump shot, because I really care, guys. That's why I do it. I really care. If otherwise, I would just give you the numbers and say, screw it, here's the numbers. Wouldn't even talk about the numbers, right? Okay, help defense strength, 55. 55, 55, okay? All right, steal success, 50. Okay, attributes. All of them are default except for hustle. Again, it's the same as the CPU, 62. Ball handling, 58, same as the CPU. See, I'm gonna switch, CPU, see, same numbers. User, same numbers, okay? Hands, 50. Dunking ability, 50. On ball defense, 55. Guys, make sure you double check these numbers, because a lot of times people put the numbers in because it's easy to say you think you're on user, but you're really on CPU and you're putting the wrong numbers in the wrong place. So always double check. Because I do it all the time. If you're doing user numbers, make sure it says user. If you're doing CPU, double check yourself, make sure it's CPU. Because sometimes people do them backwards, or they do some of the numbers right and some of the numbers wrong. You can get confused really quick looking at all this stuff, man. Stealing, 53. Blocking, 53. Offensive awareness, again, 100. Now you might say, well, Hollywood, why are you going to put offensive awareness when you're controlling the guys? Because sometimes your CPU guy goes up and does a putback without you, or he grabs a rebound without you. They grab the rebounds, right? You don't have to control to grab a rebound. Your CPU guys will do that. They will box out. So you want their awareness, your CPU players' awareness up, right? So they know what's going on when you're running your offense. You don't want them dumbed down, right? You want your offensive guys to be offensive awareness. Same thing with defense. Right? If you manually call a defense or whatever you're gonna do, you want your guys to be defensive awareness, okay? Because the CPU is a little cheating there, so you got to put it at 100. Theirs at 100, put yours at 100. Okay, offensive rebounding, 55. Again, like I said, the CPU gets a little cheesy and they out rebound you, so 55 is a balanced number. Defensive rebounding, same thing. Offensive consistency. It's going to be up to you to be consistent. Same thing with the CPUs, all default, guys. Fatigue rate, 50. Lateral quickness, 50. Tendencies, now you leave your tendencies at default. Because you're going to determine you're going to determine your inside shot success. Your take close shot success. You're going to determine that. Take mid-range shots. You're going to determine that. So leave it at default, guys. Take three-point shots. You're going to determine how many three-point shots you take, right? So leave it at default. Same thing with post shots, attacking the basket. You, as the user, are going to make the decisions when you want to attack the basket, or how, based on what kind of plays you call, if you even call plays at all, right? Looking for post players, you are going to make that decision as the user. So that's why these are at default and the CPUs are at 0, because you're going to play each team differently, right? So you're really the so leave them at default. Now attempt putbacks, put yours on 100, because your CPU guys will do putbacks. Play passing lanes 50, on ball steals, contest shots 55. Okay, 55, because sometimes there's a little cheese in there. Your guys won't contest shots, so the players that have good contest shot ratings will block shots. You know, if you got a good shot blocker. So 55 is a good number. Backdoor cuts, it's all up to you. You know what? Actually, that's got to be changed too. I'm sorry, 55, because wait, no, that's not it. That was in the tendencies. I'm sorry, that was in the tendencies. Well, wait a minute. We are in the tendencies. Okay, so yeah, but see, I left this. Let's see. See how you can get confused? The CPU was on 50. CPU was on 50. Yeah. So put it at 55 on backdoor cuts. I thought I changed that on the CPU. Anyway, yeah, 55. Because you want your players, your CPU, your AI players, your teammates to do backdoor cuts, and you can see them do backdoor cuts, and you can run your offense that way. Okay, when you call your plays, your CPU guys will do backdoor cuts. All right, make the game exciting, guys. Make it strategic. Fouls. Okay, now I lowered it. You leave these on default. Over the back, charging and blocking default. For reaching fouls, I lowered it to 45 for the user, because again, when you try to get steals, the CPU calls a foul a lot of times. So I lowered that frequency to 45 so you can get some clean steals without it being automatically a cheese foul. Okay. Let's see. Everything else is default. Again, movement sliders, don't touch them. All right, guys. So that's it, guys. That is it. Let me get out of here. And is there anything else I need to talk about? The coach settings. You decide what you want to do. But I would say adaptive coach engine, leave on if you run plays. You want your guys smart. Adaptive coaching engine, where they learn how to adapt. Okay. If your CPU guy knows last time they did a pick and roll on him, and he will adapt to that and stop that pick and roll. Okay, so leave the adaptive coaching engine. I learned that from the czar. Leave that on. Okay, but everything else, your timeouts, player minutes, substitutions, substitution method, rotation, offensive play vision, all that stuff, it's up to you. Okay, all this stuff is up to you. All right. Because I have my offensive play calling on auto. My defense is manual, but my offensive play calling is auto. So I want to leave all this stuff on auto. You know, minutes played, because I want players to really play their own minutes and they come out when they're fatigued. I want all that to be automatic. I don't want to deal with that saying, well, each time. I don't want to do all this substitution. So it's up to you guys. That's why I got my substitutions on auto. I get the proper NBA rotations like it is in the NBA. Okay. I don't want to say LeBron James. I'm going to play LeBron James the whole game. And realistically, guys, if you want immersion and realism, you want LeBron James to play like LeBron James in real minutes. We know he plays 45 minutes out of 48 minutes a game anyway, you know, because you want your best player on the court, especially LeBron James or Michael Jordan. They play almost the whole game. So, but I like a realistic rotation. So all this stuff is whatever the coaching settings is whatever you want. Now, what I'm gonna do real quick, guys, I know this is long, guys, but be patient with me. I'm gonna show you guys something right quick. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna show you guys the coaching sliders I was talking about. We're gonna load up a game real quick, and then I'm gonna pause it. Okay, let's just go ahead and start it. Doesn't matter. We're gonna skip through this. As soon as they let me skip through it, I want to show you guys and while I'm editing this, guys, I'm gonna turn down the sound on this, because you won't hear any sound when they're talking. So I'm gonna turn it down because I want to make a point as soon as they let me skip this part. So soon as you get to 100%, I'm gonna show y'all the coaching sliders is what I mean. So this reason why I put the tendencies on 0. Okay. Let me show y'all that real quick. Once the game starts, you pause it. I don't know if you can change it before the game. I only notice it during the game after you pause it. If you want to make adjustments. Alright, so let it get going. Let it get going. I want to thank you guys. I hope you guys are enjoying the video. As soon as they let me pause it, guys, I'm going to pause it. Then we're going to go into the menu because I want you guys to see this. Alright. Okay, now let's go to options. Please tell me I'm gonna find the coaching settings. Game plan. Let's see. Coach settings. That's the coach sliders. There we go. Now you see right here. You look at the help defense 50. Run plays frequency 50. They run plays 50% of the time. You see what I'm saying? That's why I have the tendencies for each team you play on 0, because every team's tendencies are gonna this coaching sliders are gonna be different. Let's look. Zone usage frequency 5% of the time they run zone. Okay, and this is let's see. It doesn't say what team it is, but what. I don't want to screw this up, guys, because hold on a sec. It should show me. Let's look. Yeah, this is the Nuggets playbook. So that's the Nuggets playbook. You see it at the bottom right there? It says Nuggets. Okay, now see it's help defense 50, run plays frequency 50. You can change these, but I would say don't change them. They're already set, just like it is in the real NBA teams on their tendencies, right? Zone usage, bench depth. How far do they go in their going to their bench, right? 10. Bench utilization 40. They use their bench 40% of the time, right? Lineup performance factor 54. See, this is what I was trying to tell y'all. This is why you put the tendencies on 0. Now watch this. Now watch. Let me change it. Now we got the Nets playbook. Oh man, hold on a sec. Well, it won't change right here. It won't change right here. But trust me, guys, the numbers change when you go to the Nets. Mavericks, Magic, Lakers. Each team has their own one, guys. Each team has their own numbers. You don't see the numbers changing as I'm changing teams, but when you go out and go back in, let me see if it'll work. Guys, I don't want to make this. Let's go back to the Nuggets. Let's see. There we go. Nuggets. Okay, now let me go back out. Let's go back in. Well, no, you can only do it, but it's not going to change the numbers because the teams are still set here. It still says Boston and Nuggets, Denver Nuggets. So that's why the numbers aren't changing. But if you go back in and change teams, you'll see different numbers for each team. So that's what I mean by the coaching sliders, guys. That's just why each team is going to play you different based on these sliders. So that's why I put the tendencies on 0. All right, guys, I don't know how long this video is. My timer is back on my computer. But I hope you guys watch the video, man, because you guys are going to hit me up in the comment section with a lot of these same questions if you didn't watch the whole video. So there you go, guys. That's the sliders for NBA 2K. Give me some feedback after you play 5 games. The reason why I say 5 games because each team is going to play you different. I want to hear your experiences. I want you to let me know. You might even see something that works better, or you might see something that's not working better. Let me know, guys. These are not perfect. You know, I just do the best I can. So give me feedback. Let me know what you think about the sliders after you play about 4 or 5 games, okay? Hit that like button if you enjoyed it. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, guys. We're gonna start in my league. I'm gonna load my league up. The next video you see from me in 2K gonna be game 1. All right, guys. Hit that subscribe button. Join the team of Hollywood Sports, and I will see you guys on the next video. Have fun balling, guys. Have fun balling. Thanks for watching.
Scratch this.